everyone, happy Monday morning. I'm on US 167 southbound, going from Little Rock down to Alexandria, Louisiana. So I got 250 miles of back roads to go. Instead of cutting from Fort Smith down to Texarkana on back roads, the company routing has me going from Fort Smith 140 miles east to Little Rock, then straight south on US 167, pretty much all the way to Alexandria, where it links up with Interstate 49. So Interstate 49 is disconnected between Texarkana and Fort Smith, Arkansas. You do have to take back roads for that, but it would have been a little bit easier of a drive. I think only 80 or 90 miles on back roads with that route, but it was an extra 70 miles, so shortest route wins for the company. So far the 167's been decent. It is 60 miles per hour, so I'm losing 5 miles an hour in getting there, but the good news, this is another Walmart shipment. I got lucky as all get out, because it's only 2,000 pounds, 14 pallets of holiday displays. Super light, super easy. Nice relaxing drive here in central Arkansas. So I did another video where I explained my concept for 2 additional series. If anybody's interested, just comment down below if you would like to see the series and see if it would give your family or friends an advantage for math, or if you think the truck driving school on YouTube for free is a good idea. And I'd be able to put those videos together, just put them in a playlist, and maybe that will help a lot of people out, even considering whether to start trucking or not. It can be a lonely life if you're doing over the road, out for 3 weeks and then home for 3 days. Usually you get a day of home time for every week that you're spending over the road. And for me, I usually do 2 months to 2 to 2.5 months over the road, and then I take a week of vacation in Daytona Beach. That's my plan. Coming up on December 29th, I'll be flying back to Daytona Beach and then return to Chicago on the 5th of January. So spend New Year's down in Daytona Beach. Should be a good time. And also in the comments, let me know if you'd like algebra, geometry, trigonometry, or calculus for yourself. And I'll start working on that module first. If I'm gathering all the resources to do a presentation or a class for each of the chapters, might as well write the book. And I think I am qualified to write a math textbook. I've been decent at math since I've been a young kid, or since I was a kid. So I got a 740 math and a 630 verbal on the SATs when I was in junior college. And then I took 7 semesters of math, 9 of electrical engineering, 5 of physics in college. So I have a strong math base, and hopefully some of the things that I've discovered along the way, either through learning from the textbook or an instructor, the professor there at college, or if I've come up with it on my own, might help a lot of junior high and high school kids become better at math a lot quicker, so that they're no longer afraid of math and consider themselves bad at math. truck driving school. I've already documented a lot of the docks, how to maneuver the truck in order to back it up to where the shipper or receiver has access to the trailer, to where they're able to get the transported goods on or off. This is interesting. This is a rodeo on your left. Oh, that's pretty cool. Looks like they still have barrels set up for barrel racing. So let me know what you're looking forward to this holiday season, what your plans are. If you're just gonna have dinner with family and friends, or if you have something special planned, a trip. Be interesting to hear what some of you guys are doing. So there are stoplights on this US highway. And with about 5 hours remaining, it's a no pressure trip. My delivery appointment's at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, so I'll wake up at 5 a.m. Planning on staying at a truck stop near the Walmart distribution center. Should be a short drive in the morning. Up there in the Springdale, Arkansas location where I delivered, near the Fayetteville and Bentonville, Arkansas metro area. Now it's 69 degrees here in central Arkansas, heading to Louisiana. I was waiting for this logger to go by. Usually they're fairly aggressive. I'm not sure if they get paid by the load or not, but usually pretty fast drivers. Not sure why the truck in front of me just moved into the passing lane. The good thing about being so light is you're able to start faster. So once again, thank you guys for the 100 subscriber giveaway turnout. That was awesome. I finally got the PayPal sent to Meston K this morning. He confirmed that he received it. So that was a good event. I appreciate it. I think I'm up to 208 subscribers already, which is really surprising to me. When I started this channel, I wanted to showcase the daily driving. I wanted to show the different types of setups that truckers need to do, or if somebody's aspiring to be a trucker, what they potentially would have to do. Most of the candidates will need to gain some experience to be able to do that, and more than likely, if they start with one of the mega carriers that hires students. So right as they graduate, to have a job with either Swift, Warner, Schneider, CR England, and there's a couple other smaller companies, but those are the big four companies that most of the students can get a conditional offer of employment from the company while they're in the truck driving school itself.
Continue on US 167 South for 35 miles.
Yeah, thanks, Google. So as they're starting out with those companies, the docking is easier. Usually for those, it's a drop and hook situation, meaning they go to a shipper or receiver, they drop an empty trailer, they pick up the loaded one, get to their destination, drop the loaded trailer and pick up an empty one to go to the next shipper. So it really simplifies the learning process, and they get the experience of driving over the road. My recommendation is for them to do it as a team driver, meaning you have another driver in the truck with you, and the truck basically operates 24/7 minus the weekend reset usually. So the only time the truck would stop is for fuel, the mandatory break for the 8 hours, meaning you have to stop for 30 minutes before the 8 hours of driving is up. If they're able to team up with an experienced driver, they get twice the experience in a year. And that was really beneficial to me, learning from my co-driver. And then after doing over the road for a couple of years, if they want to continue over the road as a solo driver, the life is pretty easy. Sometimes the days are long, up to 16 hours. But for me, this is a comfortable living. And I have everything that I need in the truck, and the showers at Pilot and Flying J. So it's a low stress job for me most of the time. I usually don't have time pressure on these shipments. It's just getting to a parking area early enough. So securing parking nightly is one of the challenges I face daily. And for those that have just subscribed, please comment below what types of food you would like me to cook. I stated in a previous video, I think I've been to 47 different countries, either flying through their main terminal or actually living and working. I think I worked in 7 different countries in Africa. I was in Iraq for 2 years as a contractor. I was able to travel a lot. Pretty much seen the entire US. I think I've skydived in 27 different states. So it's been fun so far. Never been to central Arkansas. It's mainly flat. There's still a lot of forest here. This part of Arkansas isn't that populated. they do have a lot of evergreen trees, so not as pretty as the northern part of Arkansas that has hills and the leaves have already changed color this time of year. Restocking of the truck at Walmart, if you put together a couple of the bins like I have underneath my bunk, you include the canned chicken breast, the great values, less than 10 bucks, so about $2.50 per can, and then the Uncle Ben's microwavable rice, that's only about $2.40 per pack, I think. I'll have to go back and verify, but somebody asked how much the meal costs that I'm cooking in the truck. So for the chicken and rice, it's about $5. For the Velveeta lasagna or chicken Alfredo, I think those are about $3.50 per package. Those are good enough. And then I got the tuna fish and the salmon for $1.25 each. Then the box of the club crackers is like $3. If you have the crackers and the tuna or the crackers and the salmon, that can be a lunch substitute. It's one of the meals I'll start to make on this 90-day weight loss challenge. I think the steaks, the ribeyes, 2 of them were about $15. The pork, boneless pork chops, the medallions, that was only $6 for 4 of them. And I'll break that into 2 meals. The mashed potatoes, the Idaho mashed potatoes, I think is about $3.50, and you get a pack of 4 in there. So if you're able to put 8 cans of chicken breast and 8 packs of the rice, that's basically 8 meals. And then I have 3 of the chicken Alfredos and 4 of the lasagnas. That's another 7. The 2 ribeye steaks will be 2 meals. The pork chops will be 2 meals. That's another 4. Also, I've picked up the small little cups of green beans and corn. I usually have one of those with the meal as well. All of that is low calorie and nutritious. If you're able to stock that up, you'll have a emergency kit pretty much, and you don't need to microwave it. It can be eaten cold, but it is better when it's warm. So, just my personal preference on what I like to eat. So my sister requested that I make a Reuben sandwich. So corned beef, sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese on pumpernickel bread. I'll do that one for her just to show that it can be done on that little mini-me sandwich maker. It should be pretty good. And then you can also buy the cans of chunky soup. Even that you can eat cold. I've done that several times. Or you can just throw it into a bowl and then microwave it for 1.5 to 2 minutes. Warm it up. Fairly straightforward and easy. And my good friend from Richmond asked to do hamburgers or cheeseburgers and Johnsonville brats, so I'll have to do that on the next Walmart restock. So I do have a couple of requested meals that I'll put together for you guys, but all of it's fairly quick, easy to cook. The cleanup for me is pretty easy. I just use a paper towel and clean off the Foreman grill, the My Mini sandwich maker, the water kettle I use for the ramen soup. So I think the next video I'll probably stop in another hour or so. I'm about 4 hours into the drive so far, but during my break I'll do the boneless pork chops and scalloped potatoes to show how to cook the scalloped potatoes in the truck. Most people think that you have to have a frying pan or a pot to be able to boil the potatoes and then stir in the powdered mix to make them cheesy. But I have a technique that I can show you guys. One good thing about using the US highways on the back roads, usually light traffic. And if this stays 2-lane, well actually 4-lane highway the entire way, I'll be very happy about that. It's when it chokes down to 2-lane undivided that you can get caught behind somebody going slow with no way to pass them. Or you have a bunch of stoplights in a row. That happened to me down in Texas. It was about 8 miles of stoplights every quarter to half mile. That one was a little bit painful. Oh, that's a really nice house right there on the right. Have their own pond. Looks like they had a guest house and a gazebo out there on the pond. That'd be really nice. Guys have any questions, just write them in the comments. I try to answer each of the comments that you guys leave for me. I appreciate it. Really easy to want to go a little bit quicker because of other cars going fast, but just stay disciplined, keep it on cruise control, avoid the ticket. did find an efficiency there in Daytona Beach. So not even a one-bedroom apartment, but just the efficiency, basically a room with enough space to put a bed, and it has a kitchen in it. That's all I need. I don't need a couch and a living room setup. I spoke with the property manager this morning as well. He called me and I told him that I planned to be there on the 29th of December. And he said that they'd probably be rented by then. So I really don't want to pay November rent. Doesn't make much sense to pay the December rent either. Ferndale Liquor and Boots. It's a unique combination of stores. Another nice house right there. Just small and simple. Truck stop that I've picked out to stay at tonight. It's just a small little truck stop off of Interstate 49. I should get there at about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday. Hopefully be able to watch the Monday Night Football game. Wake up at 5 a.m., complete the delivery, and be ready for the next shipment. So the weeks are kind of going by fast. I have 4 one-day shipments and then a weekend shipment usually. And that's been working out well back since July. Kind of steadied into a routine. I have gone to some sketchy places though. So I usually have 1 or 2 challenges per week that make the job a little bit of fun for me. Something new every day. And out of the 6 bottled waters that I picked up, I only have about 2 left. I think they were $1.38 at Walmart, but they're $3.50 to $4 in the truck stops. So it definitely saves money to get them at Walmart and stock up a lot. This is usually the point of the drive that can just relax and think about anything. So trying to come up with ideas for new videos. What can be helpful to people that I haven't shown yet. Which videos I wanted more wanted a larger audience on. The backup camera and the backup lights. I will do that video again on make it a short and then do a full length video of how I actually taped the cell phone to the back bumper of the trailer and also the floodlights. Try to make that a really decent video and then send the link to all the congressmen and the senators. If you guys can go back and pull those links up and send it to your elected officials, even the governor's office, that would be helpful just to get some more exposure about it. It is possible. The truck and trailer manufacturers haven't started implementing it yet. And I'm surprised that Tesla has, and I know they're going to need cameras on the sides of the trailer for the full self-driving trucks. So far I haven't seen any footage about that or any news from the autonomous companies if they've started doing that or not. That guy's heavy. Boatload of gravel. So if I am able to secure a place to live before the vacation, I'm going to switch my CDL from Colorado to Florida and become a Florida resident. And if I did get that efficiency, I think I'd only drive 2 months at a time. Basically do 8 weeks. Then I'd get 6 days at home, 1 day of flying on each side of the vacation. That'd be pretty fun. In fact, I might do that. Actually a big wooden cabin. It only looked like a little 2-bedroom house from the front, but it was a L-shaped house. Looks like they had 3 or 4 bedrooms in there. A little bit different. Questions related to trucking, go ahead and ask in the comments, and I can answer them both in the comments and then in an upcoming video. Helping make some better content for everybody that's been watching. I just uploaded a video this morning about the stretch in Mississippi on Interstate 22. Well, Alabama and Mississippi, I believe. The Interstate 22 cuts from Memphis over to Birmingham, Alabama. That's another nice, relaxing drive. So depending on which part of the country you're from, or if you're from another country, I mean, just seeing all the different roads and the national interstate network that we have, seeing some of the different places if you're interested in visiting. Hopefully that's helped you a little bit. Wow, another house. Wow, that's like a country style barn dominium with their own pond. It seems common down here. Alright, let's get it slowed down a little bit. Sale, 73 acres. I wonder how much it is. I think down in Florida, it's usually between $6,000 to $10,000 per acre. On the outskirts of the cities. One of the goals for my New Year's vacation is to secure funding for my company. If I'm able to get the loans or the grants or network to make it possible, I'd like to start my own trucking company. Depending on how well I do with YouTube, considering a totally separate channel. I've been watching some videos on how to automate it, how to make it an easier production than doing everything myself. So the restocking of the truck was the first video I've actually put time into editing. Hopefully that turned out to be good enough for you guys. I'm not sure how many views that one got, but it's basically what I do for the longer length videos. The GoPro records an 11-minute and 49-second clip. That's the maximum length, and then it automatically switches to another video. So I have to go there, find the correct videos and sequence them together so that it makes it a continuous video. Basically, keep the truck upright in between the lines. Like this truck coming out, I bet he's going to turn left. Nope, straight across. But if he did turn left, what action should I take? Describe that in the comments. That'd be funny. See if anybody's actually watching all. Oh, another pond. This part of Arkansas is actually nice. Not sure where the closest Walmart is, but my grandmother lived down here in Hot Springs, I believe, for a couple of years. She loved it. And my stepmother, my ex-stepmother, and her husband had moved down here to Arkansas somewhere. I lived in Fort Smith for a year and a half when I was in the Army, but I was temporary duty down to Fort Bliss, Texas, near El Paso, and then to Fort Hood near Kylene, Texas. For 17 of the 19 months I had the apartment there in Fort Smith. Good times. So I didn't really spend all that much time physically living in Arkansas, but I was here for a year and a half. Interesting. Another challenge for you guys. What type of workout would you like me to do and videotape for the channel? I have an idea about my workout that I should be doing and that I'll start doing. I'll go ahead and upload that one first, but if you guys have any specific requests, put those in the comments also. Based on the feedback, some of you really like the cooking. Hopefully it gives you ideas of what you can do at home or for a special someone, family or partners. Some of you like the long drives, just seeing the country, so I'll continue to make those. And then some like the docking, how I approach each situation, how I explain the thinking that goes into it.
1.25 miles, keep right to US 79 167 bypass.
So what I'll start doing is a combination video of the drive and then the docking, and I'll place timestamps in the description. And I appreciate all the congratulations that you guys have written for me. It gives me motivation to continue with the channel. And the 45-mile-an-hour slowdown. We got a bypass coming up.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto US 167 South, US 79 South.
Keep right to US 79 167 bypass.
I think I will eat twice today, though. The truck stop that I'm...
Take the next right onto US 167 South, US 79 South.
that I'm gonna stop at has a bunch of the Cajun food.
Continue on US 167 South for 4 miles.
There's that dump truck that went by me. He's going uphill at 25 miles an hour. truck is turning left. Here's the Walmart. Am I able to squeeze in there? Probably. Yeah, I definitely could have gotten in there. How fast is this guy going? The guy had everything in his truck.
In 1.25 miles, take the exit on the left to US 167 South toward El Dorado.
In 1/4 mile, slide left onto US 167 South.
Take the exit on the left to US 167 South toward El Dorado.
Slide left onto US 167 South. Continue on US 167 South for 42 miles.
Alright, another 42 miles of fun. And then another bypass. After that, I only have 200 miles to go.
Continue on US 167.
Write in the comments what your favorite sports team is. Obviously, I was pulling for Army against Notre Dame, and that was a blowout, 49-14. But at least Army scored 2 touchdowns. They just need to fix the defense. It's difficult going up against the big schools like that have major recruiting programs where the guys are fast, strong, big. Oh, it's almost impossible to overcome that. But that was the second biggest game of the year for Army. Next up, December 14th, for the Army-Navy game. I'll definitely be stopping to watch that game. So I may have to really hustle on Friday to be able to tuck in by about 2 p.m. on Saturday in order to be able to watch the game live. Always a great game. Really enjoy it. And this year, I think Army will be favored. Even though they lost to Notre Dame, they're still number 25 in the poll. So hopefully be able to close the season out with wins, go to a bowl game, do a decent job, have a successful season to build on for next year. My friend from Richmond, he's really disappointed in the Bengals' performance this year. He's like, oh, that's all right. You'll get a high draft pick. But the Bengals should have won 4 of the games that they lost. I know it's frustrating for them, but uh-oh, logging truck. Thank you, dude. Trying to help you out a little bit. Okay. So if you've made it this far in the video, I'll wrap up by asking you a question. What do you think of this channel so far? As much as you've seen. Okay, that's all for now. Back on once I'm about to park for the night. Alright, I'm still on the 167, US Highway 167, but now it's Alexandria, Louisiana. I believe it's the capital of Louisiana. I have been here once before for a night. Limit's 50, and these on-ramps and off-ramps are a little bit difficult. You can probably hear the road is a little bit bumpy. Everything in the truck is rattling. Oh my goodness. But we're almost to Interstate 49.
In 2 miles, use any lane to take the I-49 South, US 167 South exit toward Opelousas.
And we are going to Opelousas. That's where the Walmart distribution center is. So we'll stop at the truck stop there for the night. Wake up at 5 a.m. Do the pre-trip. And run it on into the Walmart. Get ready for the next shipment.
In 1 mile, keep left to US 167 South.
This is actually a lot easier than it looked on Google Maps going through the town, so that's a good thing. Been a fun, easy drive so far. I've done about 8 hours and 35 minutes so far. Had to stop and take my 30-minute break. about an hour ago.
Be in either of the two left lanes.
What a skyline right at sunset.
In a quarter
Not much
mile,
here.
use any lane to take the I-49 South, US 167 South exit toward Opelousas.
Well,
Continue on Fulton Street.
Use any lane to take the I-49 South exit.
we got the 45-mile-an-hour slowdown. Nobody behind
Continue
me.
for 3/4 of a mile.
All right, Google. I know what I'm doing. And I have about 52 minutes left until I hit the truck stop for the night. So overall, a fun shift for the day.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-49 South, US 167 South.
Why is this car doing 40 miles an hour?
Continue on I-49 South for 61 miles.
Alright, get back up to speed. It's now 65 miles per hour. After I get out of Alexandria, it should settle down and be a fairly straight drive getting down to Opelousas. In front of me is doing only 55 miles an hour. And I have somebody approaching fairly fast in the passing lane. I can't jump over. Just have discipline here. Slow down to match their speed. Doing 49 miles per hour. It's because of the flatbed up in front. And some people are comfortable just sitting there in the right lane, following behind trucks. Not in a hurry. Distance warning. I'm at the 2-second following distance. But until I get it about 2.8 seconds, it will still chirp at me. And following under 2 seconds is one of the criteria that the drivers are evaluated on for the safety score for the company. Checked again this morning. I still have a 97 for the last month and 98 for this week, which is pretty good. Speed limit's up to 70 now. Just go ahead, settle in, set the cruise for 68. Depending on what these cars in the passing lane do. both of them are getting off. And we'll continue on. Landscapers are only doing 58 miles per hour for construction. Not really sure which type they are. When I made the final coffee for the day. Still have about a quarter of it left, and pulled out one of the Arizona green teas. For $1.25 at the Buck in the Quarter store, formerly known as Dollar Tree. That's a good bargain. I like them. All right, so that is a Sunset Drive through Alexandria, Virginia, or Alexandria, Louisiana. Back on for parking. Alright, this is exit 23 off of Interstate 49. It's the I-49 truck travel plaza, truck stop. And from the looks of it, we have a spot right up front. Go to the second entrance, do a pull through. Easy, easy parking tonight. I got lucky. And it's about 6:35 Monday night. And the Ravens and the Chargers are playing Monday Night Football tonight. See if I can do a pull through. Looks decent. Somebody dropped their loaded trailer full of logs. Go ahead and pull up to about right here, and that is a shift. Go ahead and switch to on duty, conduct the post trip, and that'll be a wrap for my day. Hopefully this was a good video for everybody. I went through Fayetteville, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Alexandria, Louisiana, about 250 miles on US 167, which combined with Interstate 49, and it splits off right here. So all in all, a good shift. See you next time.